silence bullet, silence killing. You will to be a funny silence. You have to pick what one will. We are perform it to us one who will not be any. San Nado and Monity. A silence pistol. No, San Nado, the anything I do. Mamma, the end of the chef first. Can't come a coca cracker, a dratch motor and Keo Kumasi. Now, the end of my half crotch is upon us, no one called November, and I can't see upon us. San Nado and Munaka.
Good evening, Ghana. It's Sika on the Fire One Political Show.
Good evening, Ghana, and greetings to you wherever you are in this world. You're live on Fire One, the station for the people where the truth matters. You're live on the Truth Matters show. We thank the Lord for yet another wonderful week. If you're just joining us, please do well to share this feed, like, and follow. We have more to talk about today.
Asam paetia obanyansa foso obunye wonka na asam ze mafutu sam kakre wa supeme yo kofi o man ya woman o man ya mama na eni baby akọ wacha za ya wareni wonso wanyinyi pa asade pa wo fe oye demo
Se omai ebe ya efie nyina Ghana fo enyina timemfo ene wan wo akwantom enye wan oti omai nim pe share in the stream no emawnu bi na munyina mun joining in on the top, and the topic now is very simple. How would you rate Nana Akufo-Addo's governance for the past 4 years and the start of the second term? How are things going in Ghana? So what Ghana, let me be phone lines now. Do well to call and share your thought and his rating so far. Obi so na dia na memo no hu de way siko. I say silence pistol. A boa wonte nso be hu anese no wo. Then yet again I say car or drive na akoka e wo people so. Na enwo enko eno nso emba ekonkon ho. Once wa dwinkyere and sing che in the stream no na enso bi so. Mama, a few highlights of what we'll be talking about today. We have a lot. We'll go into education sector and also the vaccine. If you Russia, Sputnik V, Honsagana Yakosono, and also assault near there, a course so a war KNUST on demonstration on report, and also your correspondent Kwame Ejenim Boateng or the and also Ebebre. So share this and we'll be with you. I'm Sika. I'll be your host. And I have Sly with me. I'll welcome him, let him say hello, and we'll get things running. Hello, Sly. Apple. Yami Adam. I hope so now. It's call wonderful. Just to begin with, just the intro video. No, what do you think about? Well, how would you rate the president of Ghana, Nana Akufo Addo Dankwa, ratings so far? How would you rate him? What would be the number you give him? How is it doing with the governance?
It's going to be a commitment 20 over 80 bill.
Hey, pa. That's
20 over 80.
Why so? Will you offer?
Sky film and the man 50 crore film. So, one is film if starting from 49.5 downwards.
How do you feel?
And to would have been nice. We man 47.
I was say, why is why from 20 to 47?
So it was the kind of answer there. My woman look at class and I have a simple. I'm going to tell my cousin, said, I'm going to be a month for somebody. The more we so and never. I did project to be able to start here. If you are home, the only is what Nancy would crack and you can talk crack. And tell Nana Saudi Arabia, a classic bridge, sister, mommy, I didn't echo. I'm out for Tom or the big tongue or big tongue, I will bridge a seat. And if I'm Saudi, we see.
Yeah.
And listen to you, you got that damo. Mommy, Obi, we are, young fixes are that. A prayer, artisan getting to yet, like, pave a human pass and what the day data. Into the panel for that one. A choir, president, a commission, Nippon, and the car, random point. Can we don't test a complete. The more flats elsewhere go for this case. The scarf, my 47 dB, I just said I will see Cameroon mobile. But nobody can 20, between 20 and 30. Because scarf, I just say you can't man Baba. And then yesterday be out there so from the shop of four high and then cocoa food and then bank food and then bunch of food and then one and then the depression. Depression say the dear Sabu so be do Nayaka say a general scar and then you can once into those promises Nadia and then no who. Nymphity are seen here, we know and yasam. And just because I don't want to make you be because I didn't we trade scar consequence that plenty. BBI better say better senior the our show baby. Now say just last week last week you say me look at say COVID who go you car so COVID love. Come ya baya panya kwa diche kwa ya the love asaba to come habos.
What?
Come habo who yeah. But you say who just say na can see yes. But something like this is
because COVID was maintained about some Canada.
I'm waiting for sir. I was
waiting. Say, why should be recently, Anna?
Recently, yeah. I'm waiting. I'm sorry. I'm going capitals now. I'm found to a mommy because now okay, now I'm person not here at all, many people. I was saying because before say she put car, before say she put car, it was sky the emergency, it was 26,000 something. After buying also could 27,600 and something. So what is different? Oh yeah, the tax is COVID levy. So what?
That is quite interesting. Then I will just dive right into Minister of Health. And the question and response, or the committee or parliament, I'm a question about the Sputnik V vaccine order without getting any consent of anybody whatsoever. Not even the president, nor the vice, nor the third in command, being the Speaker of the House, nor the committees appointed our parliament, and nobody or still on and he was confused. I just don't get it. Let's watch this. Now, Yantrasu inferior.
Seek parliamentary approval before you entered into this contract.
No, please.
You did not.
Do you appreciate the fact that the pronouncement by the Supreme Court vis-a-vis the constitutional provision clearly talks about prior approval? You appreciate that?
Honorable Chair, very much so. But my frustrations to try to get a vaccine for us at the heat of our second wave, I relied on the Executive Instrument 61 that was passed by Parliament to hide behind emergency clauses that had been invoked to try to see if I could do that and come to Parliament to inform Parliament that this is what I have done and therefore need regularization. I need approval to cover it because we were in dire need of the vaccine and I had the onus to try to procure the vaccines to vaccinate Ghanaians to protect our lives. Honorable Chair, I must be very honest with you. At the time, I have mentioned my frustration was the fact that I seriously made that error, and on hindsight, it won't happen any longer.
You are aware of how we deal with emergency situations in Parliament. We have conventions and rules and regulations governing how you deal with emergency issues, i.e. appearing before the relevant committee and make a case so that the issue can be dealt with as an emergency issue. Why didn't you take advantage of that procedure?
That those were not normal times. And I was seriously in the situation that couldn't make me think properly, the way you think that now I will actually address myself to the situation.
Mr. Minister, are you aware that we have dealt with issues and motions on the same day before on the floor of the House in this House? And let me give you examples. You remember the 1.2 billion and the $100 million from the World Bank? We dealt with it the same day. Couldn't you have done that?
I could have done that, but the circumstances at the time was a little bit different.
You have laid evidence before this committee that you used your best efforts to get diplomatic channels to enable you reach the manufacturer or the Russian authority directly. Is that correct?
Yes.
You even did so by producing letters as evidence of such correspondence. Is that correct?
That's correct.
You further indicated that it was after all those best endeavors have proved futile before you dealt with the Sheikh. Is that correct?
Might not be correct. I dealt with the Sheikh before the frantic efforts to try to get the vaccines from the right source.
So, were you being untruthful to this committee when you indicated that you used your best efforts to get direct access to the manufacturer and the Russian authorities before you dealt with the Sheikh?
I remember I have said this. Anyway, what I said was that I made efforts, but I didn't just oppose the timing of the efforts that I made.
Of this committee.
Well, we'll bring you a second part right into the show. These are some of the questions from the Minister of Health, Ghana. And then I is sitting who say ordering this would take everything upon yourself without consulting anybody else. Now there I have me crying and say, why are they relying on vaccines from Russia? Meanwhile, here in the United States, there are 3 companies who produce vaccines. I'm bet to me a contact you to get some from them. Somewhere ready to pay money. And yes, I'm at this company out in Russia with a middleman, and also or sign the deal even before or report it. I get consent. Sly.
Scawe time straight. Scawe otuono nyene sikawo. Omo brama Ghana se Ghana brama boni. Omo amuni nyina muni se scawe na mo fa mu man no. Sabi tafache. A teacher ni, a nurse ni, a lawyer. Anasa or accountant, and now be a yes, or be a year to be a task. And I got it to say the woman. And you'll be a sabi. Then Anasa say, oh, man, I know about money in our great singing from woman. And yes, sabi, yeah, Robert, Tina, or Wukuru, we won't mind him. Scott, I'm not to pack at tomorrow for. And I would do woman. And you'll be personal name. So what people say America, China, Russia, what will not say D and the person or the Ghana D. Then to the Ghana D, and that's a team member 480 and I would chassis. Into what would mean for open and cassette. A choir as I say fasten you will be DNT. And I remember about to man, major man, I would bet them no what did you want to know. What was our contract to be? These are some of the things that we are talking about. And no matter be any account some they be out because be a water could. The right channel is there, but people and new concept, parliament channel. And then he was a sample for them and said if you are somebody that we are not to because our cost of financial loss to the state. And the some of the things we have to address. How can I be a minister and so you have power over all the committees? But we said, even for us to approve something, our channel associate, that's why they have the committees in parliament. And some of these matters have to go in front of them. They have to discuss and come up with the approval before they go for. Now, who was a minister? Vaccine work will be. Wouldn't have say this. Wouldn't see the city. So one person will pack order. We'll see a call 5,000, we make a order 5,000. About 4 years, there's 500 pen number. 4,000 now put in system. Because why? There's a middleman. Overcar you see, Sana Kofota. Mente
or Masse, Ewagana ho.
Kofota, your papa or Safomafu. Won't compare your business about Bissau, and your parent, now I will talk Yanko 2 months in the year. Scottish are some of things. The costs are huge. Debt to the nation. Obia common here. Obia young didn't know. Said the mayor will be to me. Your family could be at the end of the day. No, Dobina Nobina. Jobia will be Abina, and Cobia. But Sana Yayama Debia woman in the cat. Sana Debia Yayama Debia man more time. Sana Yayama Debia and Pucha to Memfoso. Because Atibia Kabaya man, you pan water no one in Papa for no, both cannot be bottom. A brown by it. Now, there be a Casa Manaska, Okoba, Yamranja Juma, will be to me. If I may be a gun and ride my back.
A man says, Ebayajuma.
Ebayajuma. A brown gun and back. Some will say before 1 week, and no quantum say, I dare Yajuma, but I look at your summer for 1 week. Apart from that, give him. Maybe from now on. I know the reason why I'm saying that. Maybe I heard this video about some of the questions I bisa Minister for Health. No, nah, you to also from there, and we'll bring his answers to after this.
Calmly give us the facts. We look at the law. We do our report. So, if you could wrap up on your answer to him, then we can close for the day. We come back tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
Honorable Chair, we were in crisis in this country at that time. We managed to respond to the spread of COVID-19 right from March 2020 throughout, and got our country come to a certain point where everybody thought that we had actually succeeded in the battle with COVID. Come January, after December 2021 January, we were seeing an upsurge. And the things that we have started, we didn't want them to go lame, to idle, especially on the vaccine hesitancy issue. Government had to spend money to do risk communication to try to get people persuaded that everybody will have to vaccinate. When we started getting the second wave, we had tested to realize that vaccinations can slow down the spread, and therefore we needed vaccines. Again, we didn't want a situation where vaccine hesitancy will come back, because after the president and the top men and even you have vaccinated, our constituents got confidence that the vaccine wouldn't do no harm to anybody, as was being propagated at the time. And therefore the need for us to get vaccines to continue to try to take away the hesitancy issue, the need for us to use the vaccine to slow down the spread, the need for us to use the vaccines to stop and reduce hospitalization and deaths, was what prompted us to move at a very quick pace. And that is how come we went into that direction. Honorable Chair, statistics from March 2020 to February, or even March 2021, the 3 months that we saw the highest number of deaths were in February, March, April 2021. And so those of us who were fighting the battle were in the situation where if we don't hurry up and rush, things were getting out of control. So there was pressure on us to protect citizens of this country. That is how come we went into all these challenges, thinking that we could get the vaccines. On the vaccine side, we were getting normal vaccines from COVAX. They gave us first, the whole world, because of our performance in combating the disease. So when we got the first one, we decided to vaccinate, instead of vaccinating some portion and relieving some portion through the second dose. Our thinking was that we were going to get proper inflows of the vaccines. Then the disease hit India, and their situation there was precarious. Honorable Chair, yesterday on CNN News, report and study that is coming out is that India had even recorded underestimated deaths. They are talking about 10 times of what they have reported. So close to about 4 million people have died in India. And because of that, India blocked where we were getting our vaccines from. COVAX initiative designed that all the AMC countries, the 92 poor countries that were going to take vaccines for free, would take them from a facility in India, Serum Institute. So when India blocked the channels, there was no way we were going to get any vaccines. And that is why I said earlier that we have a problem on our hands as to how we get vaccines to vaccinate. So we're working with some speed and some rush. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Well, sorry for the missed video. We were supposed to play the question first before this answer. But this is the Minister for Health answer to a question that was being asked about why he signed a contract without informing PPA, no parliament, nor consent from anybody else in Ghana. And these are his excuses and answering of this question. Sly, of way a good answer to be given.
David, Mama, Prince, David. And Tassumu. A Tassumu, man, by Tassumu, my Scar, and found. Okay, let's look at this way. You are comparing India, where you were getting the supply, to Ghana. Talking about 4 million people were going. Okay, what is the death rate in Ghana? As at now, if I'm not less than 1,000, right? What is the when are Omaya affected? I say, Omaya recover, I say. So don't tell us that the nation was in danger. There was no danger. So that the numbers was not going up, say, depending who are compared to the United States of this country. And a lot of people have refused, but they still control the virus. More than Ghana, people are even Ghanaian corner and quite Musa. They created an impression, said that actually then up to now offer them free to him now. Or compare when he was able to say right from CNN there were 4 million people. Ghana say as I now Ghana say you know say I need to know you're in a rush. What do you mean a rush?
No, because I signed back in March. Up to now, we're in July of 2021. In March, middle of March 16th, 2021. And up till now, how many months has that been? About 4 months now. Vaccine and my.
Into rush now, I was saying, say, Sebastian, you can fast up on our question. Sebastian, when I'm ship. Soon and soon and I'm crying, every question in the Puni, no drink and performance. If you space clan about Scott and Kanai. I like us, Scott. I told you, these are some of the things everything the nation's in debt. These are some of the things that be Omano, Inyaya Sami, and Jebusia, Yajibusia, Chiabusiaka. That's what we've been doing. And this guy had woke up 5 million, near Benjamin, get 10 million, near 2 5 for 12, cannot be a cat, not 5 from teacher, I can almost say, not did there be a kind of cost. Scott, I do hear you can't, what are you kind of person? Scott, I do hear you, a crew bear part of a short way is having.
Nowhere.
The corner, I'm not a house who see the policy. Even Britain now, you use some law. We are using the British law. Every young man in here. Can you do that in Britain? No. A home minister, a home secretary, on to me, because someone never could sign contract without the approval of the parliament, without the approval of the committee. Now, President maybe Sanchez County, what's not president?
That is the question right here. We need to find out.
Another president in the cast of focus sign. And I say, I'm catching say, where's your sign? What I say? Most say, so I'm not doing it, chairman. But there is the people forward the chief.
Oh, yeah, the network.
But
so they all have share in that. The network is behind him, and no.
So who's gonna when the push it in across in Libya? So them are the one more minor country and cops in Libya for who the can you and why? Opiano where else are the continue to do? And they won't know one reject you to what did he? What this can be? These are some of the things you are in a rush. Because the nation is in danger. Say the nation now, are we still in danger? Yes or no?
It's even getting worse right now. You know what? Let me take this opportunity to appreciate you guys, those who just tune in your life on Fire One, the station for the people where the truth matters. We are here for the truth and nothing more nor less but the truth. Please do well to share our stream, like, and follow. If you're following us and you're not getting notification or highlight from Fire One, please check your settings. Or either on Facebook or YouTube. Now, making sure say it is turned on. You'll be noted. Now, which me I join in, and yet the political show or highlights near the back. We do other stuff here. Trending news. News that are live going on out in Ghana as well, and movies. If whatever you want, you can depend on Fire One. There is also a challenge going on here from Fire One. We are in charge of it. It is called the President's Dance Challenge. We want videos from individuals all across the world. Whoever can send us videos of themselves dancing, and if that surpasses the president's dance, we have a prize for you. and it's coming right from Fire One. And you know, your video now, we want just a minute video. Send it to either our email Fire One, Gmail. You can get that email out on our Facebook or on our website fireoneonline.com, or our WhatsApp. You can send that to us through WhatsApp as well. There's more details coming soon. Yabetwaso. Me pesa me address this issue. Last week you can want some. The picture that I had wasn't clear, so I brought a new picture that is more clear than what I had last week. And me pesa me address this issue. Right, pointing it to our YouTube channel. A show on the 19th of June. We used a video during our live broadcast. That video source no if you net 2. And this video was Honorable Kennedy Japon's video. In the topic that we had then, the video was in contest with what we were talking about the public health and the doctors in Ghana. Right this month, Net2 are reporting to YouTube to have a video taken down. And so I want to address this and telling them, Honorable Kennedy Japan, asking him to retract this, because sure now, you know, it wasn't just your video, or they don't own right to our show. Everything was here from Fire One, and we used their video in context of the topic we were talking about. And even he should see this, even promotion for him on his part. Not that we were bringing him down or getting profit or anything out of using his video in part with our live broadcast. Sly, Memo, I can say a bit about this.
I read your sky last week. I can watch them. Say, Papa, if you want to say ma, China now and so at the end. In fact, next bit once a fat upon one. Now, one man after 4 and chief for says, Savvy, be from Sobi and a buy. It's not a Caesar and credit because I did maybe back home. And then, idea, Savvy, a year, and I did to horse say, you be good and once. Someone now can know you can't yet edition. Send about minor and answer Mapenino, and Mabaya Sabiano, was Sumudi, and answer Ama at the forno. And yet, now with the normal, we have to say instruments of you with me, just say, you were able to provide for them. Yena the same page than ever, but Kobase, perfect China or report to science, it was just to so best such a drama in you because so they can't last week in the same. 1.5 million na for who said sa issue no to atwa na say free wo na bia nye bonye kwanso ni bia mfonso bi na bai.
Right. And this goes out to Honorable Kennedy Japan and Kent City media to net 2. The Pakra, you're in charge of their media reporting or whatsoever, should go back and retract this copyright issue with YouTube. And if they do that, I'll come back here and acknowledge them and applaud them for doing so. But if not, I'll continue talking about this until they do that, because in context that it is back on the screen. If Ebiobi or Hebefo say me can try na bibi and me can bibi edi etia Kennedy Japan, no, I will not do that. But right is there. The media company in the report to you, and that was his video too as well. I don't think said Kennedy Japan bet me I can't me say media company no omu nyusu obia content eda emfa enye omu shows na emfa report to omu live broadcast and whatsoever omu production omu ye, everything are solely owned by them. No, they can't tell me that. And so that is what we are asking from Kennedy Japan to do. Just do the right thing. Until then, I'll keep talking about this every week until the right thing is done. Because I don't see, you see yourself as the giant and on top of it out in Ghana, and us small out here trying to help the country too as well. I know we are all in the same tune, just as you're doing over there. And so why would you want to bring us down or hurt us in some way? And I don't totally agree with you. Do it like us in right now. I want to see a result this week. before I come back live again on Friday 1. Right. Yeah, to us. If anyone joining, please do well to share the stream. There is this comment that came in. I want to read that out before we continue. With the question that we asked, we are asking a question today. Our topic is, how would you rate President Akufo Addo and his governance? How would you rate them? I have a comment from Mohammed. He's saying 20% out of 100 Ghanaians are suffering. Nothing is going on well in Ghana. So he'll rate him 20%. And it's still in line with Sly, our popular contributor here in Fayuan, or Silverman with 20%. And Mohammed also agree with him. And there's another comment that really catches my attention. I was listening to this COVID levy. Why is the car vaccinated? Where and what does money go? And I don't think cars are being vaccinated. Or product they ship bagana no or moji vaccine. So why should they believe it? Sly.
Ska na me person come send you but I want when a year or the money but special levy.
We'll bring that back next week. So you send that to me and we'll bring that.
Yeah, and you can imagine it's just special levy. The car was charged 5,520.68 cents. Special levy. And the minister of social contractor and my interpreters cannot deduction. It is cancelled the AC canon. Severe tour, I'm for baby, it's less than 50 in the bed also. So when you 50, I pass 50 crown on the current A plus man. Say I'm one quantity says, when you're 50, A plus man. Because we are looking at, and yes, the promises you are looking at, and yes, I can't saw the air winning the air hole. Scar project, just be honest, what the project very end now, what who said, abandoned by ya, why yes, our project no, then soon.
Memo apostle ha na ya peke kwa mi agent Mbuati, your correspondent out in Ghana. Na niema wabobwa no the topics that we have today, what the emu intro mu abe adomye. Hello Kwame.
Hello Papa.
Memo akwaba.
Na jiso buwa.
Apomu.
Ya buwa so.
Yame adom yanso yo ye ewa ha. Ghana, to begin with the vaccine saga, the Russia vaccine Sputnik V, health minister, I call a sign without anybody's consent. Yeah, Korean war, intro at saying.
We dance about Pascal Kano, and Yama, Yabba, so dosu. Tiloko in TNT said they are. Another pifin 180 1 so a hoodie. Now I think say yes say the page you fire one TV page on any like page I'm follow we from comments in there. Say the daddy ben transmission simple na ye dwa almost be hu no TV na dey nsem ejamadama be hu ya ekro COVID-19 eguso ekoso na Ghana Medical Association cracking say third wave no a ye ka ho asem Ghana nyaba. Yes, we to so some. We do so kwem kakra. Se oba asantement mpa. Schools be se 9 and nkoda na we bi mu nkola wo ha. Na chima wo bi. O bi to nchema ba Kumasi metro. O chima ni padu na tiadi we ba dey from beta ma ekun no. We be say heavy 200 and so any ya bi ni bi. Baga na heavy na ya de ni bi so ekonomi. Na dey ba ko a mo fo ni da so se won sabekan na boa make you ade no se vaccines and panier na ochechwe mu Yoruba mo ne se Sputnik V vaccine no okodwaman so a dollars no edu $10 ana moton no Ghana consign contract ya se ekotobie no ya di emu se beto $19 e ba ya Ghana for se da bi omo ntiase tware won se gu happiness tane apundio so ya se ema wate abejoko se ema so bi da for hwehwem na de nti akoba nsa no won ehwehwem na abejoko no tese and also I'm a health minister honorable Kwaku Ajima Memu ekopie abadwako ni anim na oba na ekodu ho no o say ko sa bebre asamba ko a ombusa ni say nti ya na mremo so o koto ade a na ya gana for dia also come na shebe fie na ma shebe dwan esan ma okwan ansan wakọ akoto ade no o yesa anase wa yesa na so bebi wa yesa say ah woni dia won say de adenti na umma mamre na wo say amamre wo say ba sa no he ministry of heja na no huni ya wonye versus Ghana for pebi omenye bi ofa ha uru ha ni ade ene ma bia ho pepere ko say sa contract na enko no de be te nya nso pe versus ni bi dia Ghana for entino enye bua pare mum na adwene etu afa no ni ko ti bi mbeka so confuse ene ba Ghana for say ah confuse say di mraso ya de ma Ghana so confuse papa no fe di anto ni nke bonto fo bi chiremu a eho yin so bogu na beto no enti committee no guso a mo ayo mo adwuma wo yin ye ebi so mu wi a ye si ye di wo bia no on be ba nyo so atase bi e di araba so manfo ehefa 1 TV eno buses no hunsansa mo guso koso na me twansam so a special prosecutor special prosecutor on say the office of the special prosecutor no ni di say obeba na ketashe proye yimye kankan ekoso organ hanu no obedi echi na mpobi ye menska waje amaye we timoni tiwodie ni na ohunu se krono bi koso atimi kɔ ne nkyɛn papa krono we koso nkyɛ pese ohwehwem ni na enedwuma na obi akisi agya be ne bom din a obɛhyɛ Martin ABK Amedu anan na nwa na se na no da ayototo na no tinua mahye bia fon agina tumu a okyerem se saa be de timi betimi abɛhyɛ ne dwuma ase na eno ama mo du committee no mo bisa ko se especially Peter keta share plan no ba wetu to asio se e ntimi nto aso de aso mo betu keta share players no nya ntimi ti na ba beti so enti azemi ba e gan fa se samom wo ba ya na ko bi ko ne se I be pan to we kisi eja be okoye no o ma totu na no ya ko bo so kirem se kisi eja be o ba se wo ba so se o ma ni na bi ni na ire ho na ye adwuma se be be bo ma yatumpo the special prosecutor osna wotwi mu oko appointment committee no ma o ma do so do so wi a no so obehye na adwuma se kisi eja be ndie no yenko IGP fufura Ghana mampani nana abedan ko Akufo Addo abodi eno COP George Akufo Dampare na opani won say na obi kai IGP ampempia na oteso owura George owura opon bonu na onu na mampani ya se onu ni ifu aso na ho meje na so nto onko na Dampare emra nto owura Dampare and I'll be acting IGP. Yeah, all her children, Mammy Hanese. What's the company for me? No, and I'll be Tibrekese, Rampim, as you do up, or Barbara Bibia, so to me, Akosom. Now, opening, so over the Wabakosam Kakra, the real process been a fair pin Hong Kong at your Kumo 1990 was I bring in Frenchiano, best said, you know, I don't know more. Just say, oh, you must, yeah, or your baby. So we Director General MTT Depend sounds no Director General Research and Planning or Ghana Police Service Director General ICT why after about Director General Finance or Ghana Police and our Director General for National Patrol Department Police Visibility Department there's all ranks no pass through enye asem ketwa or your under 2 IGPs tell you okay on your ignore brand IGP sans no Muhammad Ahmed Alasan on his oil on so when you go say yeah and you then pare and about IGP acting one here oil juma never any and before the abene ewo apondene bamba who send obesi say Addo signing this Osabiti Abbas or executive director Platform for Peace Africa on your name dinkomo and you say papa no dey o enkrata so obo me be pa enkrata no mpo be aho de ko say ko seven we Ghana process you no o ya de na emu ekoba me say ni ebe odi so mampani be odi pa na IGP no di be dia ya na amanyo sem no etimi di mu na ama elipa no so wa ho no your competence ni so betime ye Ghana kra no na amanyo sem no awe me tuna na sa chichiri nsa agunechi na emu omu tunefo ye say makrafo on enko a na nya ni chibuo e wo say obetimi aye adwuma se de ebia politician be se mo mmom oma Ghana no enikan eba Ghana fo bi so aso se papa no ya de pa e se o mu da adwuma no obetimi aye ti wei aye metwetwe bi a akoso efa IGP fofra Ghana mai sisabre oba be adwuma na ode aboama Ghana na bia so etumi akoso kana
okay.
Interest in person.
Yeah, you're better so but maybe so some or IGP the acting IGP no asem how long can he be an interim before mo be manaya permanent se ba kono ko gina o ko leave no was say be taking adwuma and this is going to be the permanent one.
Wey course Ghana for busa obusa say why acting so penny no question me say o ko leave name pony retirement aso a adenki amampani ensa na wure so enia bonye na mabonus no onyi opani fefo no bi enimu na so ya Ghana ya ba koso no ko faso IGP a ebire bia no di o qualify ko ade no acting eni nyina na ya no substantive sa ti we abe acting no mo ma ke no yes say oba be substantive sa na ya na do na won eye no oba kan so asantimantem ha regional police commander so called retirement ya twen say substantive one ebeba za be dey ha we know say regional dey okwa na say automatically the deputy na take charge and some of the for aba ti when na yen sem dey koso bambo ni mu a ye he no say that should be a pay be di oba be substantive one onu abegemu ay IGP ti we say any be ko ho kakra no.
All right. To asumame with Abu Jinapo economic peswa so with Adriane Anko de Koma that community and they rejected him but whatever he went with. Can you give us detail why so?
Sika Honorable Abu Jinapo oswafo a wo hwe oba ade bobre ni nsase a etwe ho hia ehun as a minister for lands and natural resources. Na Honorable Jinapo eko nimpesua so na bi akọ nimpesua so say na otwi mu na ina na musanifo wonum edi wonum edo ada efano festival of sacrifice nti bia onyanfo ekoye no na we say odi emiane ekwa akoma ne nkrofo na obi wonum se baabi yempemiane no yempanyima nti no omo san epo enyane na asa dima Honorable Abu Jinapo se onfanko omo mpe na de nti a na mo kasa nyane so mo kiremu a ebia bo hye ebe mo adwuma enso bi ma enso bi se edu afa hye de a na omo de anwa emu ne ade eba nti Honorable Abu Jinapo ebe ada emu ne asichire ni nyoma ode koye no omanfo no reka se no reject na kro de koso kro ni busumu e won mpesi aso won mo ana reject je nyane no nti so bi sa ya mo ni nyoma papa de koye no de o ma bo chi se enya de o pe nti obi ko ni fie bia o ma sansa de ma papa se onfanko eno de free Honorable Abu Jinapo ni mpesi aso e ba eno no.
So how did he take it? I bet it will be really tough for him. So, with that, this I wouldn't have known. Say that was why he sent that. How did he take that response from the youth?
Officially, I'm not doing original from about Chimekasa Empire. Rebecca say a buyer and crowful be at national or mid dimming and one. That's a quacker and Garcia Ediama or Mumdici. Women minister one Casadie. So about Bontia 2 minutes two, so they see and I'm disappointed. You see in the near you see in the Yahoo, official of Mabonto. And as a job was a pursue the Homano, and some can and listen. And how taking the duties of the criminal. Also, some says young but for women as you. You won't pay me about this. It's in the prison. The banana be a cost woman. I can want some 7
Yeah,
some canoe. Go Eddie Mamma. Now, confirmation by Sabia, Yamra Honimo, and our children's now emergency word one and pa, yeah, one a year that's one, a short to a hook or honor. Then you some kitwa. And you wouldn't be a bass on Baba Jai, now Omotia, Sabia, man, Piasa, yeah, Cocoya, Hossam, eba ene mpanimfo a omantam be hapom de hu nsam so edi nkomo ne meche sampa de sie ni a ho sem de nanso omuguso etu anamo nurses bia na egwu ho ne mbo nko no mechim se ekese omudu bi no ntiase ntene ne mpanimfo nhwe na da ti bi asasem no ebi NCBO tiene de course of confirmation aban asabia kese ebi kupa ebo omanfo ewo hono se ekwe ni mu a asantimentem so for silence ensa enso ekoto na proba obo no hwe projects ahodo a omo eye omantan mu ene dia koduro to kokrofom na richemu ewo Riscourse market to aso ko central market ene kigetia development project in second phase no okohe die edru confirmation mother and baby units near ocean so okohe se dey cost we will make sure airport na airport hono ana kudu dia chense o sabo do maye Kumasi international airport na o ha munchemu e dey retwe enindie o ma wi ansa ti he ni se wi ebe na me ya dumu a afin ko wi ye no na se sa Kumasi international airport no aye ready ya me dia slice obe Kumasi a o fro ene se US no be bi no o fro plane no enkosi ne nkran na fa car e bia ba oba fo straight na se wodi abesi Kumasi ene fa car si airport a ene abo he fa no wi da na ko ni baby tiano na re so se eda etosu ni no oso fa mani chemu ewo boase ene mfafre mu ya no ko he ongoing project akwan ho do oba no ensentro for car no mutimbe nya fonhia ya kese ebi mpepra tropa emu so die sabe ya discharge o no doctor say yi o ma ba ko no prepra tropa oda so e confidential aba sabe ya oje ayahwe na bi aka nya conscience ka course a eba me so no na nya asem ketwa bi ntie ni se regional minister probe eda obi kan de ko bi ana de chire na be to so ni aye empathy ada no na me wo agro bi ye me koye MC e o baabi nti amoma nko bi ti na nkrofo ka asa me ka ho ene kokoto ye kokoto ngofo se jese ne nya asem ketwa nti bo fire one TV teacher of media ono bi echi me ma se pa course ba ye no na emum na me nka ho nanso ene ji se so bi am free mu ya won na pre eno aja hwa chese obi a ekoni fie eno eya ma no ba eba na yen ko adwira adwira se me die
accident. What was the cause of the accident?
Oh, it's a convoy no so regional salon convoy no ba eno obi echi obi no ya na speed no ya na amro bi fi se bia ho na okwane dosu to man ni saya na enyeyi na ochire se ka bi ene be cross so eya bi dia ka no nam so de sa ka nkohia ekokobae
wow
nti sabe die enyane adom omo a mem tike no mo ye nti no eno na afi yakwa adwira address some see ya to munkra ene ko di ho be se na mennan ko ninim so se be ya pa one TV tie ko be hu nia ekoso ho no committee o tie ya ba san be joko no ma ye medme ya wie ya omo mu nyima ekoma ban na nia ban be ka white people be to so no yina ya tie bi na answer white people be ba no adwira hene perma osai ho di otoso no wonni man fu na ehia da no nkua da no ya okudan no na omanfo aba na baso se ejirahin ba mo se we ti break certificate so baye na ni na se on se platform no plan no ko ho no tie sika se ye fan hwe platform ma bra ambulance ko no bi ma no ye bo mane se ba pai bua ma ambulance ba ya ba ma ba ko mutwa ne nan no ni na no hwe ma ambulance no ko ye na wa chim se be si ahwe ya ko e bala suja no so friend pe vo nya no sa transfer bi nkwan pa omri asem be fa so na so ma na musemi fo mpa ni fo Christian community no on the ship through mabusian no won pe na share na no ene mu bompa da yen kompanse se de sie ni echi wa ka mo ho ama omunya adwan ko benkum ana adwira hindi class says abodie asomdwe ewo adwira the berma osai hudi atoso nyenu eda omanfo nyina se na no dia to bia se kwambi mfaso na tentina ye adwuma no ebe ye adwuma na wodi ewo gidie ewo aban mu se kwambi aso aban behwe ama tentini aye adwuma enti omanfo adwobere yentwen ema emra enye adwuma na enu na no musramfo ho ntitu zongo youth ne begbe simpie so kasa bitu bia se yi na ebe wase wisi ebe se ni ade wase kudento na omusu pani odi onim alhaji kadir ebe yo no kasa no ni so se no pa se tie no se no sha se no a egrahi from na no makasai se omunya beche omunya memra aye adwuma na so emebi bi from akwan katemone no ntia senase no ko ye ko wiase before buy it to talk about many pen be free go you say be more aso dey no mum ye ko buy ya no mu bi entie ne ko ba say to ni da se dey pa ma edwira hin bere mo say dey say rebisa ko buy it so ko dey edwira dia sabre wonum amum asomdwe abuabu abianso etumi ekoso kama yenko kaswa enkan important na onse na nse ya cross ni bi Lance Corporal Emmanuel Osei no na obaka billion baby Accra Jamestown ekwa Akufo ko tutu pe di na ya oku no ene dey na mprose ene dey na omo akopɛ no krabre e kaswa de ne no akopɛ no krabre ya busua bibia makosie no na busua bi atu bi so besre pa attention wo hwe Lance Corporal no a wo tu ni tuo ewo Jamestown ebra no te ka esuo sika mu ni enye ete ho ase be won na enye ana kopɛ no krabre tie no so nsem eno no fu ho na fe yase abrantie Israel ajeme mu mfinche bi asa ne nsa obi twe se kan kashe ko twa de tie no ono to akopɛ no krabre na ansa ka na akopɛ no krabre no wonsem won na osusu so ni mu bi no nipa ne nsa wacho no odo ko ye Continental District Court eno na odo ko court no hye so san ko baba bampu achi remand no na ni abna September ebo boso ni be to so nwotwe na won san mara na afei o ma meka ehwo asem ti no so hu nsem no ene ni wo ho ma ye de hu amane no ma mo se yakuye mu a enche bia na ye de amane bo e ba na wi represent sam do so ye di ageba chi so a ye fra enche bia ye de amane bo e ba na wi ye na okọ aboabo a na wotwi mu on say won edi Addo no mu no na tu akokasa wo ho no a ne branche ba ko wa wo mfinhye adunsia ono so afiri mu a kyese akoya le hosem pa a enye asamtetwa no chem say ebra de Addo no koso no mabeje mu ju obedi ana nkasa bi ko bae obi no bi a mebi ko nye tu a obi ko tutu ye ko wi ase abranche ba ko besine apostle bi so say omo ye hwemu ni nipa ko yesa ni ko ye fa so bae no eno so hosem omo de aba ba tie nim ni ya basika ensam de edoso papa ya enye azamketua na emum emu akese bie no ani atase ediamunim se bi koso a motie twa masum na ye moso ha no motim de won de mi twato bitrisa je ofensu na men abaye ne mfinse dunso wakọ ntafo a na semaka ya hosema Fire One TV any teacher ko pin bi madama mo kebi manu no sa do dia don fo hyase ekọ no moa ede da nsuesa ko ho no moa o man fo nta ade ne nyem de ko baaye no ye de ama Beatrice Jane ye go su kakra se yo da ye be renovation e bi ama no sika akra ba no so brepen we bi wan konta nya ba chi odi ama ne ni abusie Kenya no se Fire One TV ye influence ye tiefo odamu ina se o jankron pon o nhira mu nyina nti oba pesika ensam do no a eboabo no ani abawesa adwedwe ama no twament mfetwament no sabi asensa kokotia ko etwa no ho agempre ewo ewiem
yo kwame but that was it. But before them Isaiah Bemun saw in Simbisebia.
I mean, the COVID no vaccine was some one honorable no best of the shield and then I say hamia na maybe say COVID numbers not to say rate no both affected and death rate not to say.
Maybe say so COVID numbers no month again hanwa say me kan no erikosoro ya na no abapra no apondie bi efo eboy amane se enipa be se enai efrimu ababeka wona efrimu no ho edo Ghana asisi a you be say 95,000 and that's you be say 100,090 cases Ghana hano 100,090 cases and I omo efrimu no a 819 en efrimu emu men say reka one na do 819 no and I we mo to 95,871 95,871 and a woman a free omu to mo recover and active cases no so active cases no and number say 1,000 NH yeah ibuso a yakwa nkakra ejino ebuso na COVID numbers no and na bobo so dia ma Ghana de eno
Now, I say, why the victim to corruption as semi? Osha.
Corruption, Chim say Yankupo Chim or mine phone. Na yeah, you could do any musu bia. You nearly does your whole you must show you manamay. Your correction in how. So because of now, special mosquitoes won't do to us here. One of the trust here. You didn't trust if you say, then you are about to use them to send me a oh, call lesson training, oh, crab bribe by my info. Posty bribe, soldier bribe. And if I also call doctor, lawyer, MP clerk of parliamentar. Then the same thing so you could do hotel. No, I tried Mogi, no, to TV, more the better care talk. The woman is scared, no. A typical example at Mapama, or Penudia copy MP, well, yeah. No, do the baby process for them for him, then the CP and Genesika. If you have a question, Rania took it as a prayers, you know. Well, you know, they are quite very some pape, but better cut it as a prayers. Edwina, caution in yet you, you be jabby.
Wow.
A bad is it to trust you.
Wow. Right. Well, Kwame, there was another way intervention to create 1 million jobs to be announced in mid-year budget. Is it jobs that have been already created and if fiance are buying be creative because Ghana youth for is soon there are no jobs?
Sir, a bar a numa any a horse and summer. A banner bamanie, sir, or upon Jedman. Na fi reprosi soja obefanko for na onum aye adwuma enintino obo amanye no nkofo ni ajepa ya enya asem ketwa ni na nkenfo anu mampani di asimpie so ekasai na okasai no yokan ya Addo Addo so Addo Addo mampani eka ho asem bra na oni omani na edi enkomo no ana yisu ya say abanu ebehihye egu akwan mu a when eba create 1 million jobs. Etino ejiro say mid-year budget is now eba onobo ken foriata eba kenkan no chima na say sa obatampa care project a wode bae no eno anam so a eba create sa 1 million jobs no na obatampa care project no project ya abani case COVID-19 eba ntin also enyima se ebe so o ma ebinim sika so the baby na boni na aka ho bia enam so mo mampani e kan asasem no entino we e hye di gua kwanya bi ba kwa me hye mo me famfam befu aba befu na befu no ama konkran ene voter region ni central region poultry farmers no ma sha se kunkum o mo nkokọ so fu so ties me ya wo do e say empreko ni nkokọ no ya we pa je na me famfam e kwa fu so se be mpebe po mo wo mo ntia no etimi ya ba about care project now amampani launch you know and ochima and also the 1 million jobs baba in the mid-year budget no be shema reboa and me boye adwuma into teacher training and say education service sector no affairs no because security sector when na ochima o ma be fan for no me adwuma who some amampani e boss so a ene nso bisami.
All right. I can last you the mama Kwame. A report that came out, I think, said July 10th from Ministry of Education. They are saying, say, omo beboa ama secondary school omo to me antwas so was school pomu. The government is ready to support them. Omo munya from A1 to D7, and also who in someone to saying.
When a part of interventions be abandoned or you said the one maybe you know if you know almost be Addo sa aye so kind once again our project be best na so propia e be come contractors fe so ya me ko one years na ko yeba sa ni na ken fa no abani hye sa afo ni nya no obeso as we apese wa upgrade wo school no ko ani no omemo akọ eni so wo ni so de ni bi edwuma bi na apese wo ya ni na no omo so metuku ana mo also no sans so scholarship programs how do be brave so they work no wa twa ni apese wo so teacher training university ni na no omo de hye gwa kwan also do na we ni so de ni bi na otimi the proposal bi na say otimi atwe kratia bi a bi abanse sampa obetimi aye adwuma no kama pa omo be he no maso asent we interventions aban bi gwa kwan mu a ene so no e costo na say aye adwuma dia ebe bo man for pa yeah nya asem ketwa
yeah be hope say e be adwuma nti di chirma but and the topic na how would you rate our president Akufo Addo? What ratings would you give him with his governance?
na ko tuni patentin ko ho pa na so no say yeso yana man na ye gine pimpinti no ye die hunu ene ba prokom ya ho de reka se ye tinye de Ghana fo eka so Ghana fo bi eka so ya ka dia nifa otoso ni de Ghana fo bi no omo ba mo ye bi ye jire se on se obetra so ye kwa afini o se election petition ba ya ni na ba jinsa ba mo de na so besi me CEOs onyenyi MMDCs onyenyi now samemo de kuya MMDCs never the various municipal assemblies, district assemblies, metropolitan assembly. You can say local governance. No matter the agreement. And you can also mean acting. And you take any concrete decision. Not a baby be a region San Juan area. And never morning cost. And you I'm a gun of fortune. Sabes of Mandania can come. Namon at the Harry. You can say community of Mandania. You find person when the millions of the remember the best at 45%. 45% I can do.
Okay, so let's take it from the first term till now.
The first term till now, they are 55%. Rather previously, interventions are over. What did we acquire? Any new more senior high school planting for food and jobs, one district, one factory. Almost and call the city Ghana for Panadian. There's only the two can any more. A buy a bed boy, you how be a domain so if you want more. Where a backstop no crana. Young can also cause repair. The Zealand came for an annual crana. You know him for soccer crack. Into the summer, fees or shall say a bit subway, minimum 55%.
So he's within pass, not excellent. All right. Kwame,
me ba jare kan on charge me fa me school.
I want to be so I'm this one be teacher me tell me I'm teaching no more.
Because the man be passing rate no numbers ya we are the numbers was no. Me man on your homework cry the man exams come you so be pass one.
Oh goodness, this is really good.
Minister because we want no more 35%, I'm 55. Hey, come. Ya me sure why are the awkward.
I was having money where they were one money rating that was into member
behind the scene, you know.
That's it.
All right, Kwame, you know what's no manage my power because the world, my Ghana, nay for your one, it's your coffee be there. You mean sure no another blessed week.
Okay.
All right, bye. Well, it's here for near her for Mama Suman, Sama, if you Ghana, I'm an boy, banano. You bet was so, but slimy was has some you are not a person come before I'm a tuasso.
It's coming,
No. You're free.
Teacher, rate my dear mamma, no, not the same who may be our fee.
Oh, fee.
Maybe our year of 5 informations, no. Tell me, see me who next year, say, let's me buy my bomb again. A beer or better can be a mamma to me be a 3 beer can woman. But for now, it is like you said, no, sir. I didn't know any cat and then fit your singing here every year. I dare be a can and any can in fit your sin. Name of my yellow. A real cry, that's what we catch. What we and in here. And you will be a sabby. Now, yes, a sabby could try a janai. What we do to me, I know the full chat. So, I never know yes, just say, Jumedi sabby, your quantity bosia say your day yen. Ye really pay you. And I say you, the pay you. And then the action. Because I entertain the air and no man so Scar, Sarkaswa, I find the bookers in touch and give you a one. And what did they attempt from both parties? We are from for a vision over here in the discount to home. We also work, Scamucano, Nakaya Bako, yet they are night. Yet, yes, Nanso, if ye say, if ye, and Nasa, Nanso, I know the Yashin. And this always a probably Scott. na say wo be ya no na anwie pe ya fa so nkete wisi kitu ya bi ba ko pempo na ska wo fi ase na wie na Ghana for ka adidi efe adidi wa ya ade eno ne bo abaso na se be kanu mana bo mebre ye ko kan ne abeka na mama mo no kwa ye dia mo Mr. President woni si ade ba ko so na yehu 1 million jobs akwani si job no won you see free education about na school for that form ebi kura 3 months no about 3-4 months since kwa dia ba mutimi go school straight 6 months abey I mean if you are coming out with a system since Ghana for benjo nipa senator fraction ene ya mo nti se wo ya dia ma nipa ni ji ho a na sa de na wo ye faso ni so anasa mo nipa no and nti se wo ya ade a nipa benya so faso de na nipa be kan for ka sa ade a wo ye di me benefit from it and you say nipa na ko ba ya say me kran ko be de ma se me no nipa na appreciate whatever we critique nti 1 million job 10 million job 20 million jobs who here na so you say be critique na boa Ghana for eya beska juma we taxes was so say bagaya better na juma no be much for workers because of what to meet you omoka o important no maba taxes da so kakraka the inflation be kosoro the prices kosoro and no man was to be panento and the pan of farmers want to meet so because taxes are the two so man already but this was abaka. Meanwhile, some of them are even running bank charges. If you call a quadruple bank, rate kakraka, the bank will still charge you. Into why don't you reduce the taxes so that the people can afford? Now or more as important, what may import more, even the cheaper cost. Now what may inform of what or oh. Na capacity be a local critic job. Now people about taxes in kakraka. To my front to I mean, the economy in quality and the citizens about some of the things that you can do to help common Ghanaian a year citizen and what not say be the Juma, who bet me in pro nipa bakum minumi and sometimes some people can employ 10 people, 20 people. But because of the high of you know, bet you can a Juma says nipa 20 years, who are for nipa 10 pay. The guy that you go to my one sorry. Because a tumor as I said, Nipa me and Sunday, but that person cannot afford to pay 3 people. You have to pay 1 person to say back or appreciate Nipa me and Sajuma. And these are some of the things we are talking about. Taxes, and Nana, I was listening to the health minister. He was talking about the Ghana was in crisis. 2021, shame on you. Crisis 2021, parliamentarian, what you have? Crisis 2021, 1 year salary. Crisis 2021, president and Koto, I was something they pay over $2 million something dollars. What are you talking about?
You know what? I just want to congratulate the new special prosecutor, Kisi Ejabin, on his new post that he has gotten from this government, Nana Akufo Addo government. And we're wishing him well and hoping and praying that he will get the job done, unlike what we saw in the past 4 years. And with his exit in some Baho say, for all that time that he was called upon to work, providing with all the equipment and the necessary things that he needed to get the job done. So that's why he didn't prosecute anybody in the past 4 years. So we don't want to see that in this new one. We're just hoping, said, here to be equipped to get your job done, and it will be provided as soon as possible for you to get going. But these are some of the issues we want you to tackle. One, starting with the health minister, look into the signing of this contract, the vaccines, Sputnik V vaccines now, vaccine $10. Why should Ghanaians buy it for $19? That is way too much. Why are profit needed? That's so. Why am I share? Well, which are the network behind? It will be NT and it was a Ghana for it on a sa. And then also there is more that we want you to look into. But Let me play a few during his version, in somewhere or answer
somewhere. Now, it's indicated that the most veritable source of corruption globally, and particularly Ghana, is the abuse of conflict of interest. And many situations of unethical behavior is associated with persons' conflict of interest. What strategy do you have? People want to reward family and friends, want to reward other persons. Sometimes corporate entities that are formed overnight will win contracts and bid against very experienced hands in the name of conflict of interest and its abuse. What will you do as special prosecutor to give respect to the provisions of the Constitution on conflict of interest and barring public office holders from abusing that opportunity? Thank you, Chair.
Honorable Chair, there was a reference to heavy shoes of a named individual. Honorable Chair, I'd like to state that I prefer to wear my own shoes. In the sense that I am my own man and I'm coming with my own experiences and professional training. In this quest, my conscience and my learning of the law are going to be my guide. My strategy is that, Honorable Chair, I'm not naive to assume that I'm coming to stop corruption. There is no way I can stop corruption. God himself. First, I'm going to institute what I call pressure for progress. And in this quest, there will be a systemic review of all public agencies.
What was the word you...
I said I have termed it pressure for progress.
Pressure for progress.
Yes.
Very well. I thought it was a Latin word you spoke. I didn't get it out.
I'm going to institute systemic reviews of public sector institutions and the development of integrity plans. And here, this is what I intend to do. Why can't we have our own corruption perceptions index, for instance? Why can't I rank public sector agencies against each other, and at the end of the year, publicize the results as to which institution is performing well and which institution is not performing well? In that quest, if you are head of an institution and persistently your institution is drawing the short straw in terms of you will set up. Because
Special Prosecutor, you are aware that you are being appointed to operate a particular law. Where will you draw your authority to be publishing perception, corruption, or corruption perception index of agencies? Where under the law will you have that your authority from?
Now, which the Act empowers me, if I'm given the nod by this House, to institutionalize risk assessment in respect of public agencies. And in doing risk assessment in terms of the activities of public sector agencies, it is a form of institutionalization of that systemic review of their activities. The Act also empowers me periodically, if I'm given the nod, to publish the activities of the OSP and the operations engaged in. In line with this, it is an offshoot of the mandate of the OSP that I could go ahead after the process of risk assessment integrity of every public sector agency to then come out with my results as to who is doing well and who is not doing well. It is an offshoot of that mandate.
Well, I just kind of like his answer, straightforward and being honest. He's not coming to stop corruption. It's answer corruption. Obi no obi to me to ase e Ghana. Obi catch us say me na me to me to ase a odada. Until say to me mufo na will change their mindset and say no to it. That is when a change will come. But he will do his best to bring out the truth. And Oma was say a punish you or Oma was say a persecute you no, that will happen. Maybe when that starts happening, a bears several warning to some other folks not to engage in corruption. That will be the only way I be to me to corruption as say Ghana. Into the Jumadia Addo, and his first task is to start looking into the Minister of Health issues with the vaccine saga Akoso Ghana. And then again, our great minister and so issues with fertilizer or other farmers Ghana. Maintain a bako samda. Say you to me a fertilizer a go donkey so or come or whatsoever animal so. Past 8 years na yesi a young confirm and a fly to Burkina. This same Burkina na beam. Na you to me who say more air fertilizer across to that country again. Nipan come on. How possible is this? I have not maintain about some crowd. Sly.
Ska. Me prepare some more kind. I'm a friend through some of our great minister. Some more kind you be Budawi. Now. Sir Uma wadi mukwa ska obetimi yi nipa bi apie aka say nipa we wadi omani sika na omani sika bi afa nsase ana afa so nti say yedi ni gina adakam na yetoto na ska obetimi di nipa na ko gina adakam, but for all you know it's about the judges who's going to determine say nipa no ade no odifo and I will give them. I don't know about here. Also, me person me yes me. I just want to be me in my own way. Obey na juma. Want to me can't tell me I can't tell say we got some presidential influence. I know that them what the nipa be jira dakam, but ska say nipa be jatu. So what this kind of this guy? It na just now the judge in the bubble soup do no, I know the yefa, and then there were no as a special. Now say one prosecutor, one you feel, and yet the other man only here. The judge in the back can do because no judge. Biano be in the piano, and so I don't pass him the. Let's come back to Scar, a great minister Hosimi. Scar weighing out the fufro. Scar weighing out the fufra, I say, why you so. Because Ghana ship it me call, ship it to me since so you are loading cocoa ma. I'm a ship on it to me call. Yes, ship na a cocoa na sink by ship na sink it. That ship na saba. Where am Sky?
Cocoa near me, my nefi.
Sky the econo. Ship on it to a punin fino. Yes, ship na sink it. Before that's you know. Yankasibia at a poet and a cocoa if you do yet. Sky ya koko one bag ship on it to me flip on fifi eba bedui you couldn't tell my habo as a cocoa now maybe as a so cocoa no corner and blue and so I mefie now means say a so dig our soul yami quantity. Sky, these are some of the things that we are talking about. And we need somebody to address these matters. Now someone says so in parliament do they have a committee? I want to make a say, Bia, sa contract we, yana ye issue contract we, a fire so, and you approve ye. Into no one coin in that committee, can they come out? Send Nipa or dear him when you have a question, Bia. Then you be someone said, did they have that right? because of the Assembra. They are lawmakers. It is a way to make trust. I can say you got your deposition. Scan, I have position in Janai. I'm a growing. Scanaba, you're the minister. Nasa Janana up to that, yeah, and Nasa Janana as a so sincere, we say Janani you. No, was this Canasa. It is our committee now more approval, you know. Nobody or somebody cannot come and say no. As I said, Charlie Power was so be in Simbiana. Scanning la for your fascinating crew. When Yanidia, Ubianidia of Assisi, and Timas as a Yemian, Sa Necromco. These are some of the things we are talking about. So if his work can be effective for him, make sure you bring people into the light. Man for our for so for so as soon as you and say near for the question Libya. It's up to the judges to judge, and then everybody will point fingers on the judges. And the Tumanakoya, Nipa Wafumbia, as a civil Nipano, or Yan one crack down, may better to Nano. Say, hey, Pabra, and I'll Yao, because see, the discovery man said, you might be more Magana. My hair, you do a dinner with this Canadian for baby, in Tibra, number issue. Number one. I know the scar, a bad many pounds would give Jumadi. Now, so some situation, yeah, may be young or rather strength into no, he have no final say on it. Now, maybe a hospital, the scar, or Frasia, my young Kayaja, yet media, I quite co near in Ayana for the Yaco. Said the guy, a second for not in Papa, me. This thing can serve, a lot of committees around in that neighborhood. Incredible can show you a bit more sabubi. And the woman come away, I saw the cook of Anochi. And I saw the conquer. Look at the distance. Intimately, I mean, the Beyonce become once. And no, if you can address that matter, so if you cry, remember the government to go ahead and complete the whole bidding while he was doing investigations. Yeah, investigation, yeah, then so I say, because you could the quantity, I dare. A bank for us, and then they have mine. The message, what kind of correct name no, I did scar pushing question mark crack. And himself by pushing or better tempo for by pushing or better for bito, by push and Kufubi who be a back with their system. But I listen at very who said, their forward gate yoka. So, scar made a sound position, maybe honestly, no. Miyamu can you consider banning ye? As a son, can you debira a more primary fenipa? Because Abani could years, can you have conflict and interest in doors? The same way, Sir Akufo do I say, only Akufo the Bequa, compensate the time never so. Now the young fan say, and the Siba, only say, the Juma at Tawaso. Yeah, I need the sky that was I say IGP Jumano. Only about a week or 4 years, I will be all year double.
Oh, yeah. Another party Balmonus were appointed on the right.
Oh, I need the sky. Just to Attorney General, only government in the Bako. IGP, when the government Bako. Special one when the government in Bako. What I said, by first Minister for Commander-in-Chief for Defense of one when the government never call. Into Anuna a ha I pin a cacra. Well, to them, no, I want to tell you, but I mean, some position as a sanka, your more apply, and shouldn't be a government appointee. As I said, you said the Pamela farmer. What I said, now it's a control department. No, they are there, they are working as employees, they are getting paid, so they are doing their job, and then government appointee. What I say, Nippon will be investing on the collocation teachers or fire, and then I be shown in a Juman away. Oh, in particular, apparently, the buy a 2 things. Obediama, Baludima, Bana, from Baway, there were because the opposition also ratifies and mistakes beyond. I have control, I have Scabinia, I said, Cassim, in Quadiba, one farm and Tebemwako. And these are some of the things. I'll be facing Kaumano. your best nipa. Some people have to apply. It's not the government showing scamming on your fine pine to the before the bureau. The fact on no. No, said nipa me qualifications excess or qualify for that position. I mean that would be better than say abandoning in Sabi CCCC no ibako. No the corner no and no one's there from Soba or Sabi.
Well, we're wishing him well and praying, say, with me, I getting a job done. And also, say, Oma and Akufo influence in any way with money because he's young and corruption be no some better corrupt. So that is our well wishes for him. Did you have something? Yeah, sure.
Maybe we are sure say honorable next for 2024 which my debut. And I say compare my from.
Which honorable?
Jinapo.
No cry and can once a won't. Maybe say I be no concord na me swinging to this the sign ever. Obet me Jina but say obese retaining his seat na a bayading. Until say obetumi taking action for the youth as they are requesting for jobs. And in person so making sure that there are jobs there for the youth. That they don't want food, they want jobs.
Don't you cry? Did you check your name? Addo, no say, who will from so crap when I want to settle matters near you. Let's go with Jenny Pony up when
yeah, farmer. Say Ghana youth no money to buy. Say we are still educating them and telling them say and your man out bedgina in the best be or what mom said the leaders now all small so will do what is right and bring some kind of benefit that will work for the youth as well. Mama Apostle, we have our first caller, even though the lines are not open, but I'll take this call. Now so from there. About the fair one. Good evening, Mr. Odin.
Family Gladys. Gladys.
Gladys. Yo, Mommy Gladys, you're number one fan for your wife.
My family education, more be educating.
Yeah, that was
I American say, yo. And one brother near my baby, so now Kakra American they say, Sa IDP for me.
Special
Empire one say one more best succeed and if I need a brave above Sabrantiano to me near Juma ABC say one more did double salary Nina Attorney General Eddie one more cotton one more Yamushi show one more what veteran so baby a double salary and maybe a trim. It's a million hour coach. 18 or more a and I say, Empire bonus a radebe can now wash one more day. Now, Sania, one more Sania, special prosecutor and a kind. So, no other show, no boot. No more castle, the cancer will be a Amidu and Amoechi. But on no answer or Jenny would be sex, obey to me a year, woman. And inti, rather say on cannon, now on one. Now, as for you for now, a what diamond go or more a poor a near man. Dada, no more Jumayana, about way by a more Jumaguana. Jena pray more by and a free January you own basis, I buy basis, and a waba. 18 fear pete pay ya. NDC Asa basis I bring. No more Jumayana, Janapa Begu on Majuma. No more and to be other dome one answer 1 man, ya 1 hour summer. Because a Jumano, I know some way a Jumano, I bet you were Jume free oneself. Into no politics and one more year. NBC MP na welusu no ono na ese wo mu kutupa no mo de efa enso erade ebeye obehu se na se yi gina pono be se ya nwini atwene mu se hwim so se dwuma pa aban no eye ewo north ko ne ba bia obi enya ne chefa kakra erade beye ama bibia akoso eye empa bone se Ghana for beye setie na ye di mraso e say covid ya to atese bi wi ebi no sa yare ni ni ho no so asekora o mo nse shade e wo se mi nse ohoro won sa me hohoro nti aban no ensan bra no fa no smas e ma cheche o sho yesu ban a wonti ase eni pani bebre suban nye e wo man bi enfa because science yesu ban dia eni bibia ni ho a ye ya e bekoso ti e wade nka mo ho na da ne da no mo ma ye nkyerɛkyerɛ saa ne ente dia e koso nhia slide na kokoto no so mo bo adwuma o mo koran so pa we ana mi hu o mo yi no nti e wade so enka wo mo ho
yawa me yeda wase no mre ni wadaje say e wo fire wa ho e so be share I do a tree ama front so atibi I mean sure no wadwe
ben so da wase e wade enka mo ho
masa bye bye. Well, here I am, I'm your friend. I said, na adventure. So, as someone will be in regards to Jinapo as someone, well, this is what the youth are asking. Say, your position is share train or show mkutupa krana. He still have to act. Try to get some kind of development in the constituency. No, na you may be a mom. I don't think so. They had a job. Now, what my buying we are best saying, but they are asking for a job because you might any on my. What is your intake on that?
I come back to this manifestos and those things. I know that it created that big hole when it comes to memo for accepting some MP to memo for following another MP. These are some of the things. Because when they go to their manifestos now, I'm more hype and some of the schedule enough to you. They said, I said, Ghana, Busan, but me grow on quantity this kind of baby development. I was able to come here. It is some things that you promise them you are not sure. Don't say it. Oh, I don't know. Sorry, the youth are going after him.
I said they've heard all the political promises or the other stuff, and now they are tired of it. But Mamifa Way and Kwemu, on the vetting of the special prosecutor, and this is the fastest ever in the history of the Fourth Republic. Mutumi Evete, it was bipartisan. With also saying he can't do his job, he's young and this, and I don't believe that. And Bompa is Pawano to do what he has called him to do. With him getting this position, will be making good use of it. Say, youth, that doesn't mean say he can't get his job done. Anything say you investigate into any all the public institutions, see the funding that goes in, say what it's going to do, and then the directors and the leaders there won't inflict in the monetary funding to get the job done.
What kind of does
it say Obeshe say Ajuma ya dia mom no ma ya omundi o mani sika anko ye individual interest
ska cheche mu dos ni na ya semba ni nya ska ubeka no kure
the truth
that's it ska position ya special utuma ye kama work way ni nya ska you so nipa no uhwe with this kind on this kind e so the question ni bia ye de ne ko onko ni nyina no enye sabio ska enye sabio tafrache unu nyansa enye sabio tafrache ukura degree And yes, something why your law, why your mother to match it. I didn't know so big correct.
Yeah.
So if you come running, send me power when you may deal with Diano, and Madame say, Health Minister Juma Ye, Yan we said, of course, sell contractor, and Madame say when they offer for Parliament.
Yeah.
The Parliament have to approve it before some issue.
Yeah.
What the Samuel not to tell and now cold way, and me one, two. I was saying, no, say very urgent, no. I take 4 months, they didn't supply. 3, I $10 was signed $19. It is this are the law. And man, I can't say, when the question is, you are not to turn on. When you need and when you're 75 years and 85 years, when they just say why you're judged for 40 years.
That is really funny.
That's a PhD, AMD, one the Debbie. I am the correct assets. This thing, if you are even from university and you are faithful, you can do this job.
Yeah.
If you high school, if you JSS, one SS, you are faithful, you can do this job unless you know the law. You apply the law to Nippon action and Marina from the person Libya does it.
Well, topic there. How would you rate our president, then Akufo, the presidency, the governance, money ratings from the first term till now in the second term? No? What ratings would you give him? Because I heard this video with a former president at Tamils, Baby Court, in Sambio Kaya about videos that came out in contest with this new special prosecutor Almofano, and it does come in conjunction with what we are talking about today. How would you rate our president? Actions be take key here on customs. Let's watch this.
A nice video to be shown, and that confirmed the reports that I've been having all along. Officers of customs, you are Ghanaian citizens. You have to help us to build a better Ghana. But if this is the kind of behavior, this is the kind of attitude that you have, you are not helping us in any way. Indeed, today, I came to express my disgust and my revulsion at the way some of you are helping to erode the benefits that we are making or we have to give to our people. You are in charge of revenue. Every day we hear reports about malpractices, people collecting bribe with careless abandon, people who think that they are entitled to take bribes. How can we get rid of corruption? I'm not saying that nobody should appreciate the work that you are doing. But when you make it a condition, somebody should give you some money before you perform your duties. I've known Customs for quite some time. I was Commissioner of Internal Revenue. And the announced video confirmed the fears I've had for quite some time. Look at yourself. I want to talk very frankly to you. Somebody joins Customs, 2-3 years, the person is putting up a building. The person owns a car. In what organization will it take you 3 years to build? And it is not the exception. It is the rule. Very often, my Minister for Finance is worried about the fiscal gap that we have. And your duty is to collect, to display transparency in the way you operate. And I'm happy with the initiative that General Mode has taken. And I give him my full support. My brothers and sisters, let me be very honest with you. If it means transferring everybody, I will give him the authority to do so. If it means changing all the people in Customs, I will do so. Because we do not owe anybody anything. But I know there are good people amongst you. The good people should be influencing the bad ones. Because your reputation now has been soiled. And this is something that we have known all along. And I want to use this occasion to send a signal to your colleagues at Aflao. I'm aware of what they are doing, and very soon we'll descend on them. And then DVLA, one of these days, they will find me there.
Well, these are some of the words from the former president. May his soul rest in peace. The reason why I play this is Ghana, you knew be serious about taking care of business. Now life you're very short. I'm not saying with the passing no being so here and then. No, that's not, don't get me wrong, that's not what I'm saying. But me say me de no be rate what we have right now. The one we have right now is not taking action. It's not. And I'm not going to give him my ratings now. It will come at the end of the show today. Sly.
What I'm saying, me na you know, subject of fracture, you know, free. Hanya shukrano. Mo free mo no. Biya nwa me shoot to send nipa me no Ghana. And then the first person me susapara me super was Honorable Ban Radio. Me super. This video about my miracle because I can't remember Ban Radio who you know. I saw me see your name na me share papa no. Now from the local government, you know, you stepping into some offices with that even notice, you know, rectify a lot of mistakes when, you know, switching, moving people around this armament. Scar, may he so rest in peace, watch it. And former president Sobaya started, was a mechanism catcher, said when he came to power, he said he wanted to start the policy of asset declaration. And then that thing was established something is kakababa correction but this so
you know that
because they
yeah,
look at what he's saying and he's right. What that no custom he knows he was part of the revenue Scar and no big customer 1 year no 7 kaka
and he said that
1 year no more forecast as a custom officer. Why? Because somebody will bring obi in the car or contract with 20 years, 15 years, or the car back up a bad in Ghana. Scar about was $10,000 would you? Nipa na piao na ma tweka before na tweka na kosi. Yes, I born ocean, ya to my custom officer $1,000
$1,000
so,
or $1,000
$1,000. If you know, so you can take $1,000. I think Nipa no contract with us.
$1,000 Ghana man.
What's your custom officer? Maybe some of them can keep you. Or take $1,000 Ghana or turn the bed 55,000 Ghana city.
Moreover, no, omu way yisika na omu jiji scanning so and sign kwa buying ho na ko individual.
I'm telling you, we are all them kase. Makaka na mekaka there's nobody to say the teacher Akufo obi anu beti me Ibrahim corruption ajinyame. It doesn't matter how we change ourselves because God no sometimes no to say the kind and yet the receivers even the givers. Some people will push you to take it based on their situation, knowing that they are in need of things as I them will pay. Or person will yes school, or person will yes man, or person will call when the normal of their opportunity until he will give you something. I can say, oh boss, when you are down who director money. A bad man or the amount. Now that be a maker at the court abano, and he says, let me give a typical example of Togo. Let me give a typical of Nigeria, Benin. I want a post system, and say, Nigeria, over for 25 cars, share one container. 25 cars, faster container. The cost of the container, and why you and one which you are. Buying from say 50 cars, 40 cars, 20 cars, as a Ghana, you're going to say,
yeah.
So 4 from year 20. Now, because a year 10 I can. The customer of Standard Bank, I have the right to take it because when we create. So if you want to tell him, say, value of Obama, a phone will how to meet him. A poor Obama will check and a chance will turn from one. So you have to give him something so for or bet mama lower value. This is what's going on. Oko bibia ska you bet ma did you bibia say handling charges this way say yes way screen na bibia nyame teta when you look at D2 ya bibia nyame ya say mislenio so ko busa na what mean chewa de koro I say my officer we my officer we
can they have a system or me can say be a container be is the charge no matter what you have in there. But if your home mama say you didn't declare this, you didn't declare that, so you have to pay this money before we'll let you out, and all those gates that you have to go through before our near money mpono, or my year few mono asanye PA. You know, this week Papa Biko in your mind, and the charge that came on a small car with a small engine. The price that was too huge.
I'm scared.
And
sometimes some of us when we talk, we say we are against somebody. No, Scar, we are victim one. You talk with passion. If you are a victim, you talk with passion. So I don't know what to do. Who say, "Oh, come on!" I said, "Oh, it's because just Togo." A friend said, "Hammer." I always say this, hammer. 2008 hammer. We call ocean. And I told you, Ghana, maybe yan Toma, idiot talk or can. Bigger can you yet 2 years? Sky be container was so young check duty. Hammer. Just the way you I put 46,000 Ghana cedis.
Now they talk that's I am.
46,000 Ghana cedis. Ask me how much you talk hammer. You talk hammer no to be here cost $2,300. $2,300. He paid 40-something thousand and said 100 charges. The poor charges. Miscellaneous one. Oh, you will come almost 50,000 Ghana cedis. So guess how much Togo need be to guess how much I will try to Togo. Yes, so the normal guni be a year will try $4,000. Togo $4,000. You go to Nigeria,
so meaning about half of what Ghana is charging, which is way too much.
Ghana, they can't pen, what kind of pen? 1, 2, 3, 4 pen. Everything that will normal and more crap on a go away in crap. Okay, customer resources and one back. One bag. Or say this idea over that.
And yeah, say any Uber can be account. What my
customer officer can tell you, sir, remember what that. Yes, it would you.
No, I'm more so
over damper.
It's a you interested. You're Japanese. I'm afraid I'm tuning in. I'm your radio. So, Mom, we're all YouTube and Facebook. I mean, Sharm say all the time. Tuning in. Now, I just want you to join in the talk today. So, our lines are open. Yes, you're all free. Now, for how would you rate our president, Nana Akufo-Addo, and any governance? How would you rate him? We need the ratings, and so we bring the percentile and let him know how he's doing. I don't think he's doing the best. So, what is your thought? A comment that I received is some goods cost more than others. Into more different pricing at the ports and harbor. Also why do you anything? Madam, if I one price for each container anchor a beboa. At least maybe cost more than others. The difference shouldn't be that much.
Scott, we have complained a lot about this agent.
Those third parties.
Clearing goods order you need is your TIN number. The TIN number shows who you are. It tells who you are. What you say? And the mayor just says, "Scar, who near?" And to say, "What TIN number?" That's the agent. Need the your mama. No, you should be on the TIN number. And the your mama. So what do I need an agent? Can't I go through the same process?
Yeah.
I still need an agent for what? I need an agent to over your money. Let's look at this thing, Scar. Oko yika, na me fan se car no, omo twi fam, omo twi duty. What is my agent no? E bia duty no ye 20,000 Ghana cedis. But agent na ntwia, wako custom officers be we twi 8,000 Ghana cedis or 12,000 Ghana cedis instead of 20,000 Ghana cedis. So the more proper duty. And the car omo yika man at the boy. Look at this. When custom back no more bus search. No more VIN number, no more VIN number, no. Ya need it to a car, no more fat car, no more the cop. An agent in a magic car, you as an owner, you have to pay the full duty and as a custom for better car. No more or shake car. In this case, you have nothing to do with the agent. Into whatever the agent is doing, whether good or bad, you as a what were important man, you can't even tell. Or to sell some home and some what I saw due to the crime. I said to my man, why didn't he? So what do I need the agent for?
I know the third party, and I agree. And you have been a health minister and quarter room browse and contacted a third party. These third parties are the ones that had your port and harbors. Remember, really a few comments, but before then, a WhatsApp line will be to me afre +17202381489 +17202381489. Not what the wide range abba. One more comment from Saeed Muhammad. Also, the leaders only speak big grammar and not big development, and to change the life of their citizens. Shame on them. Dubai don't speak English, but they are developed. I really kind of like this comment. Thank you for your comment, Saeed. We really appreciate you. And from Miss Gladys, I'm watching from Sakaman. She's the lady that called. They said out tune in, and you come in here and call us and share your thought and concerns. She then commented again and said, "Great work, for everyone. Keep it up. We will keep the fire burning, ma'am." Thank you so much. From Caroline, also, I will rate the government 5. Is it a 5% out of 100, or about Caroline? 5 and 5 over 10, and I'm saying, na say we 50%. So, what do you think about Said's comment on big grammars and not development?
Oh, it's kind of you be job of fuck a shit. So sometimes, excuse my language, me patrol you do better manage to smrasso. Sometimes in some more kind of perform can. And you might be with the Yana, or would you make in line. So to make or Yansan or form, jump rough on Yansano. You can't be say Basagri scout, put them on the ground. But it's assassin said you many upon a trocan. But that's all they could travel and you before can say me away, missing that make up or crack, but they put to Susana, the first time with them, the corner or make a canvas.
Or the Pokraba corner of the region. But maybe see a maybe as a more kind, because I say, yet they are brought for a bagana, some develop here. How would that be? And dear Mamma Sama, and we are, and some video we are trying to pad, and we
100 years. Yeah, Papa. As I say, I drink Papa. Near drink a collar near to near drink to when you put us a name, a booster, a bonnet to say, on one as I say, when your papa. Nini a cobonima on fire. Until I did be obey a Niniano, and how much children, and fun. And nothing of my money, Bren. Uber has a so who said, baby or home as I say, sit down. Who could sit down, who the panel toss assassinated the Mawa. Watch us, I had a sit down. First one, I want to give a point. So, the Abaya Day and Son is so let me as an apple. It is a running back, no, but straight, you say, Chris, I say, I deny we to community.
As I mean, a word, black man, black sense. As I didn't was say to Mrs. Sano, I was say to me, a black man, I dream with it. No, Debbie.
And yes, a pro, a nippon never won't say a pet.
It's Yamma somewhere can say the Brony crab bar because of you being arguing to mine by any Chenana.
I don't know what kind of scap. My mother, my memory example, 50 years scatting. Me ankasa me who will be a tuntuni. I will jab on tin our America crew agents.
Interesting. I'm not surprised though.
Me who tuntuni what Gina now Gina will be war agents.
I'm not surprised. The reason why I'm saying that, and I say the other time when I'm highway and what I saw, and me try I know right there, and you know, as a Kruma, you barely see people littering on the road, And this highway with a speed, but now it's a slow down kakra with a little bit go slow going on, which it will pick up soon. Said on we and they were just littering. And I was like, me free. And I was like, I wish I had a dash cam that really recorded. They said, I was really furious because why I'm seeing what I'm seeing. And you know what dawned on me? He said, I was hoping that bypassing or drive car, the skin color. And one kasafatu was right there.
Where you make and yes, I you. And yes, if you are Nipano, how we are some Ufre Jumum. Enna will Fred Jumum now, or Fred Jumum Pia Bontino, about for the car parking lot.
I drew home me, you are restroom.
I just saw Sabiota French dinner, or inside according to a Juman down. No, I saw make it into my gun.
Tell you, okay, or your gun any.
Make a gun because
of America to
that Miss me couldn't me gun or come and say. Sadi or cut no, you know, because my friend, I we who teach them all over. Sabi was some song when I be crony. And I can also talk with you right there and over because any public. All the time. It's a Brunin who ya, mammy.
Oh yeah, and about $2,000 fine. Yeah, because that's what they know. A neighborhood. Yeah, a neighborhood. Akwala Jina on one alone, so it wouldn't fear them just right. There was a police there, almost fine a parent, no. $2,000. Mm-hmm.
Oh, them jam. And the American scam. Yagrina a crying. Scam be able to go be able. Passament to me up. Obey Sadia, no be ya, or me found by. Advance Addo, or yet, let's say, now come on. Oh, come on, I'll be on my knee, when I'll be away. It's a young thing, crying, and what they did not.
I didn't yet.
It doesn't matter the environment. And found when you group and found when you I didn't know the bachelor say, in fact. Yeah, which I mean, you call Ghana, maybe back to what you saw. Yeah, just on the new roadside.
Yeah, because no, yes, I need to join that.
I can't say, Mom, I'll pure myself.
Yeah, instead of so I could now.
Oh, yes, I could. But then, oh, what I would discover the Sabia, those are soon, you see, those is class after my own Linda Dornier. Scanning your Linda Dornier. Satan would declare, oh, bass in our contract. But that would need Zanado, and I would not can a power.
No, yeah, you go no more.
Oh, Jabba, Mamma, Diafana, Papa Diafana, Ubia, Unidiana, Obiana, Wababa, Papa, Moye, Momma. And then a job, silent the door, no one in that baba, your pacan, to was it. Well, I know Crane do one, silent that door, no Crane, so Chescan. We buy a la, would come up on this more. That in a crime, and yet, what call baby to say Germany? Scar Germany, almost baby, I would do so. Ukra, a year, it is 25 or 50 cents. What is ship? You know, what is ship net be? Net be now. To the train station, to do another sense is not enough. They said you report to not enough as a high jump. We'll see a chain walk.
No,
as a Brunei, James, what you know in this scanner or from. Whoever seeks to see said, well, discuss him, I did not pick up my no from
no,
what enough as my produce or by not sad enough.
I say, before near free nana, high and the free bit, a hat. Yeah, I drain into I was here to be a secretary. Dream, Mamma, yeah, ma, as a man, that can't say black man, black sense, no, and your hot and your juma. I was here to me, you know, to me, renew your way of thinking. Nah, you say no to some of the things that are negative. Now, yeah, ma, more, the good ones, no, influence the bad ones, not the way, the other way around. And what? amemo emwa omani emunipa Caroline corrected the present anyway na rating or say a 5/10, so meaning 50%. That is the way I see it.
5/10.
Yeah.
Why
idea? So right now, no, I call you to Said, Sly saying 20%, and Sly change a bit 35-20, so still in the failure mark.
And yeah, teacher confirm 45.
45, and so that will. No, I thought he said 55, right?
There is coming, but
it wasn't 55 or 45.
Ombudsman question me also Obama send us to 45.
Yeah.
And now we'll see.
Second one, okay.
4 years overall, and no
55. Okay.
The question we says say ye man.
I didn't hear about it now, okay, no. All right, but
school the local school now be percentage in the child.
Yeah.
School will be a percentage, and it says A+, A minus, 2+. Well, 1 year.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Coffee, 50 months or FF.
Okay. Well, thanks for the correction. So we have 2 failures and 2 pass, right? Or 3 failures.
45 in a pass.
So 3 failures and 2 pass.
50 the cry average. Pass.
Okay. All right.
So as a bell passing.
No, not really. Maybe if I'm not really.
Some of them will say 15%, but it's okay. Do one.
Maybe why 15%? Minya rating, because I'll be sending a message or say what I said about your former president Atamils in conjunction to what we have right now. What we had, and you take over from him, and so meaning JM. So. Ono so ne de ne hokeka ka de ne rating you be bia me de ne be see yet. I think we'll have that challenge and put it out there on our social media, see what our response will get back. Then we can really tell our president how well he's doing with his presidency, and that will be coming up next week. Also with education sector. A lot of videos and pictures that in education, and we've been really talking about this year. A lot of them, I was hoping, say, Minister of Education better look into it. Not buying no more. They better some of the schools in the rural areas, to build a better, buildings for them to be able to learn in. And none of them has been done. Things are still the same, and we're getting more and more that are coming in. I will need that video on the screen for Omo Facebook and YouTube to see it. If you're on the radio, we do ask you to visit our YouTube to subscribe, and also our Facebook to follow us. So whenever the videos or whatever we put out there, this is what is going on in our education sector. Sly.
Scar. No, video this year on the other year. Can it titi minimum no. So yana no more kasa. Yana no kasa. Scouting asema na omoka. Na omu isu word bi ema omo ho. Anaso omo na omo omo chiri no. Sa word no sebi na enye nkenya. Eneya ye ba ye pese ye di sa word ni firi ho. Nanso de ye no kyerese word ne da so ho. Ska eka no sapanyiri bi no kasa wonim de waka o se bajimi breno sabe o se bajimi breno se na no mo yam.
Oh goodness.
Bajimi breno se na ne yam. Ska sa no mo kan na ye sisabe ye 12k ale wo banyansa brenu anyansa mrenu no
nyansa ni mboni
ale ye ni nyansa ye woni dia technology ne akoso nimdia e wo soro no ska e de da fo musuade o but what the court sabre ni mu a na ye sis u ko school a se wo don sa e ye se be ka wa beti se enhia u ko school no anu poska no mo nti fo musuade sabre na no mu isu bobo e suade no ade esi no mu nimende Empono, Scanom enough from Sensuadi. And then in the Apostle, in the Aquanimu. I will go school or what? Sabi, and Quadani in Obiano water, the same Quadabeg in the sky, Obia, who was school and near the laptop amount. Ah, Quadaco school, the laptop is in my Yamano, or the send a bag, or the cock at the best year being homework. In this case, a laptop cram or what, then I could not better.
Nay, say, I could not crab bomb. Naka book room bedroom. This is really sad.
Omo tete akunya so se bia ohonya den a anaze wunni ma bia anaze bia o papa na ma mini ska kakra wo ntana so bio o sa akunya na wo se ahwo hwa ahwo den ye dege anaze teacher ne pa wasam ne watch so na kora wo
na se bi sam say video si ya papa nana do ohu ana
o Ghana sky biblical Ghana wa
your education minister ohu ana
ska. Me see, you want to so fit away here. We sit down, yes, you. We clear this, you.
You know, there's another one that a teacher himself video. I want that video. Yes, like a building like this. Recently, building be a boo. Yes, I did not hear be say a boo a go or bad time any basu ukuno. And he said the name might be say still Eda su is sit dying a wagana senko. Uncle Sinemu in Shandia. Not them panny a patchere.
A school, I children say private school, national.
We need a private school.
I said a private school by that trap. I buy school and have a more trapness. We have a private school, James says a school almost kakakra and what on for me. Now, bad school come to that form. I could school brand also could oko fum kodol. And also I could dear brower and him because of the form mission then who now you think. The swat again or the call won't be found for the next that is meaning as we are costing the man as a key soap or some of the senior man, baby as a sort of do. Ensure obey issues so we should seminar. As a brother would do the internet and so far, a better than a card. I know Savannah as I said, we use iron a day, I won a card here, and Yapa. These are all the some situations I will go through. At the government, how much it will cost to build a school? How much it will cost? So
this is really sad.
Let's go. Fitness and accommodate that from say. Gym accommodate that from say exercise. Look at that. Japan or dance or than the bed so.
And Oceania.
And Oceania.
Now, where did you never go to Germany?
Oh, Scott. Someone, these are some of the things we talk about. The government has to focus. And yes, I have to know. And yes, I be a minister when you go America, you be a contract. And you buy America by a family public, you play cracker. Yes, I said that a year.
The says scanning can be put to good use as car. I got you my first and second lady are almost rejected, and they can use this money to, put some of the buildings, supply, proper infrastructure for these kids. Desks for them to use. Computers and sign. No, come back and say, be a too far. About could be an you who are more computing. You're drawn to a board or so. Now, but any shy.
I say the government I did be with fear Syria and you complete. You also complete to be also buying the complete so now so kakaka. You talk about fair education in the paper with the phone. Fair education in the paper with your nini. Fair education in the paper 3 months or 24 months. Is that when you talk about fair education? Your education system artisan into the free education will change the whole routine. This is one of the things you're talking about, Scott.
This week, no crap. This week, a friend is saying, "Yeah, chicrophobia or Takoradi area." Maybe I your video no. It is quite interesting. It caught my attention. You're here, or more moche. Cronford no, and was that okay? And as after we are in Syria, and I was almost signed in the police, and now we jay no a man a quana because we jay a man a qua, obviously, I'll call you the same thing. That is my opinion. Let's watch this.
So, them knows who I joined them for women. Who do we got us right? So, got it. So yeah, let's go to the jaw. Let's go to the jaw.
And you wait there. Was said to me at the call up our so na a search for mom walk no any idea. Last week I saw a video about Kolakitwa or via amount for you can want some kaka to me a boro bifie. The kind of us so kura honka catch like or have be on one. Na kola that age a washa asientem no na so benya ye ti se we ni a chew ni aye se wo yewi enti sa ne yehwe e wo mu se o mani mo eden edwuma ni ho bakoro no so de enye profession Sly
ska kora be fresh yesa na nye ne pe panyi bi ne tachi uta se panyi bi be fiti asie no be che no kwan no ko fa we bra rampo no ku bra fa we no ko fa we bra juwe no fa fa chira se ne chia no machi fa we so bi obusa so bi no so oh no panyi bi ne be che no sadie and so by doing it no then he's gaining the spirit for himself so indeed panyi bi che no influence kwara na so introduce kwara into that character indeed is na wada na dini nye akwara otiminya kwa ketekete scan no be so dey kase wo mokoro no because we are say ajeba kwa nipa wonim twotwa ya akwara wo no antene kromu ase say asemsi e wo fie no mo che nipa ni nyina wonu do fees first business akwara wo fie wo ye de ne ko se baby so what happened obeka ni nyina akwara beka ni nyina enti panyini bi na tache na profo we diska ebi ano ye oye manini ebi a mo aka
eni ti no ma mo no mo ye ni sa no.
Yes, you be surprised. Just Central Market. You bet me to be control. Ya chi no dia pono. Na police na bet me de ne ko. But de ne ko ya anopa. Anopa tututu na bu se nipa no twem no se na.
As a crofo we do nyane fuo. No mama na sa kama.
Well mama na Michael Jackson kakra wa show you know, wa sa kakra wo sa
I wonder the Kodio Korea, yeah, it looks really funny.
I think
that is quite interesting. Because I heard this video, the application be okay, and I won't really consider that. I may go home watch some now about that application, no. This is really for the diasporas, and you know, now even Ghana are buying. Let's look at it. Watch this.
Now, so create application.
But me create
application there.
Application kwafo.
Ready.
Application bianca first ye. Edebua enuanoma. Yen fan so omo akwantu no mpeso bi ye bibi ma wo mu. Na so no kweka ni munti. I also use 100 million can use 200 million.
And the guy better than my age.
And you get yes hard no. Edi ma phone no. Se de be ya nipa ne flavia o wa buche nipa na from bla. Eduma na ye na ka 10 bars you. Wo hwe mu so aka 2 bars. Dingo flewa nanka ne hu ne manyina be gu phone so de onwane ka no boa aka tu bag ba opeti obu ntina aka temba asno ngam jini se ke nya application ya ke be manya no mo ka kontu mo mpeso mu ye etafade bro hu ha wo mu be gu for forward you aka ye so oba be twa be man tro pass o yale or the hospitals no obo no 5 million every be man be ko on top palade Kenya application na nka be boa man ka no kureka no anka ye adwuma the friend say application no kwafo
There you have it. Application no for the truth. Application. This app will be great, and we will make sure we contact developers to look into this because really, to me, I get but in some person become maybe better because me pay ni pa krona nkasa na drink kesi ni we dey I drink kesi pa and no dey aba na maybe se bisa na nsem bi iti me de ne bebram live here Fire One, but I need your reaction to that, Sly.
I also say, I mean, it's some kind of draw my attention to a friend of mine. Yeah, a very short. So, Krumha. Na, yeah, to sit down with you. Sabi, Oba, one and the woman, mummy and son. Let's go on in this, sit down. Ono Ghana mledo say wacha bosume wouldn't see the Chroma City na wasaba na sebe wo han dan wo tie busun fie na wo si dan ama ska no ma wo se me wo tete de be ma kan yi se cement na aka 10 bucks mo aka cha yi for no so one can say aka 15 bucks.
Wow.
And then and then you or the 15 bucks boko what 5 bags na missing one bag.
Ah, o say ya na yire.
Oh, ska, me see wo onu wo mamu miensa.
Wow.
Me kasa na yire. O wo mamu miensa. A wo sit down na ma wo no wo ma.
Ene mo kontu mo bre.
Ska, o small ba no say wo ba no ko he na na kra na. I saw ba no dike ska, and the which is normal. The arrowsome kakra wum no. You know, idea who ye and say ska SCC baby. And the missing na kwaran who de wo. Inti Berman ma Nimia Legend in Yanko or Manimia that Africo hair and then full near tell one for a new coher man. Or call her and Aquaradi Tia.
Then I Susan Yokosu.
The dancer say, hey, bra, say Nekosu. Because on says Cardi won't ye. Said of whom Abuchi dance, you know. Sabi and Tissay, Wakwatibusa Bank of Ghana, and our Quatibusa Kubangas, Cabo Wintino. It's amazing for almost that year, Juma. Ye a downward or metron fee. How they do when you say, if you would scan a bar, then you go on the project. Maybe I'm by year to know who are scanning by and was have a nephew. So, no, Mason, you know, that's what also be the Bia. Says scan. See the tossment no and kabama kwa juma de bia no
yeah
and it's a nipa spending and say nipa spending 10,000 in the city meanwhile what in 15-20,000 dan will me and to one year who so be jida be bia wo do be twen complain so bo bia no dia bansa no asa kwa etu nti akwara na na hometi o ka cha na bra say na ko na wadafo no ana wunia no ne yire no ene me masa I didn't say a totana, or we did 15. No matter 5. Now we had the 2, now we had to notice. And just said something, I knew, about
you. And everyone way.
It says, I with the banana idea, them to scap. Ama most of Abuche for projects.
I can say,
and can win more. If you are Kurana, or no, so
you're in support of this app, right?
Oh yeah,
especially in Ghana governance. Amemu anke beba beboa na Akufo Addo na memu ni pi yempanyufo ni bi omo de omaye mo hu sikadicious na sikana na yi ade ye 5 or say ye 10 we inflicting right there. Ade ye discare cost mami 10% mami we and give me something, and also for benefit of interest omo juma kuo no efe kra na wate osemete years ni on teda
Now if we crowd a few more somewhere, like a bit now film after 5 years, Scar is to be for film.
Really?
Oh, what is? Oh.
Nipa ni legally ana edro no di kuma obi na waje e dan na.
Well, let's all do kwa duro so do kwa you. Mara wa Ghana. Oh yeah, me catch it for bibia wuti.
Eye hwe so ma me phone bi ana sesan. Say
cheche so wa kasa wunia.
Oh.
Ka sa wuti wunia. O ma me o papa. Adanfo. So what's the feel complete? Now the next time you would take Kurum Hasi. Musumi be a one of this kako, and Trian Suka, Triaka Niaka, or to feel free. One out Triaka Niaka, one out Biaka, and Madame say. So what Nemwa, no want to feel my 5 years. Now when I wear Picasso to contract, wouldn't need the contract be a whatever or you call owner.
Then paper ben no sign so you call.
Oh, Skakodege. So you'll be our year libre for the Nibradia. Now, when anyone want you enter Kakran or to fear, now who's Nini be no more. Scar Ufi, Udu Kutoka, at this Oko Hotel and I guess house.
Any idea what I just say a whole show on that? Not yet the
I'm saying, a lot of Ghanaians. What's you feel Ghana? If possible, oh mammy, oh papa, unya cry what you want. A team for and this is our contract. Renewal. One in a say 2 years. My contract is sign one sign. So as soon as see my sign me do it if you are what you have for 2 years. 2 years no so the bill renew contract. 2 years no kwa but what you say one in is sign you ne faro document kopin say we got na fi na we got na fi nya sa ma me ubapa retirement
now
ubapa current you be fee and that's how this will see.
Wow, thanks for this information. So I mean, work on that, and we will have a whole show on that. Nyamia Dumana what you send because the application will call for Beba in conjunction to what our brothers like is saying right now. This is for diaspora. Omo wa kontomu. Omo aye project. It will fear aye omo dan Japadi bia wa ya say. Uko retirement anka obekwa kwajojo hu ana so ko fie kwa visit him so wo baby duty to and now more they are into real estate or whatsoever. These are some of the things that are going on. I am around my share or Ghana, so we need to really educate ourselves and learn more about this to help we are your akonto mununa that should be unsa ensi form minema more my final combination stories for the day agona in $70 if you big trap so
and then $70 $70 na me sky na me ka gina vaccine ho asem na there to say the health minister na there Mr. a committee a mo hwehwem no mo modern kwase be bia ska ni bia fa bia ye ma ne kore enati obi bia wo yeso wo pe bia hye botum ye nyimpi acquire fast so a kosa contract without contacting the parliament and that's why you approval ska reason or the about and yet tangible reason
enough
we have to know why supply and delay too. We have to also know how much are they $10 and $19. We have to know all this, and then we also have to know the procedure fast so almost send this coming because health ministers coming in was kind of have to channel to finance minister. And like we said, some people will behind they know they are aware.
Oh yeah.
Inti yamma saadien no kore no endedi na nipa bi esese yini free ho am gide sebebwa amagana kwani na mi show bibia eta tifo nyina se dasene na mi aduma ibishia na me ko bia peace
yera wase no mre no wadaje odra owo oman ehu nyame show nim se nyame bepeja wa ma wadu akiri eduano mu yadofo yera wase bede kakra pe na me woka that's what because say just do the right thing. Manokre indi wani mukai wa adi nyinemu. And somebody might ask me my ratings for the president, and then me per se me throw this out on the net. Let me share the response that will come, and I have my ratings. I'll bring it out. Mem pente memu aten sisia, but I want to hear from you guys too. So I'll put this out on Fire One. for adventure, Ebra, how would you rate our president? Even if you come on and watch this show later, just put it on there. I'll make sure I'll go back and check all of the comments, or you can put it in our WhatsApp or email us with ratings. No, then you boom. Na the average no abba. Nama your president no so abuana ama na mumu no wetumi akenya ne ho. Na niema wose odututu na kwan mu no tumi eye ne ntam so. Ayese wo ma niema obi asem obeka esifa akọ eno enko eno emma. E na achoki ne si ho. Nothing is really going on in the country. Eboa timemu fo no. Yera mu nyina wase. So now what you celebrate your birthday then there you are that you will show well in your new year. You tear for near her for. You don't do munko swa enche emma afufro in your be. Mo have a blessed week. Yamin Sharmo. Yakramo. We are signing out now.